Going on, you guys? How you doing? What's going on? How you doing, Toya? See you. What's that, Mighty Bear? What's that, Javon? What's going on? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Good to see you. Beautiful Jewel, the number one. How you doing, sister? Superstar. See you, superstar. It's all good. All right, man. So, I try to get you guys in and out, so I try not to delay too much. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of get into it. All right. So, first of all, I just want to say hi to you guys, man. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope that everything went well. I hope that since last time, which was Wednesday, that everything's been going all right. Last time we had a discussion, and I see you beat pictures. Last time we had a discussion, and it was just more about a family and things like that. It was more about how how to deal with situations and try to keep positive energy and things like that. Now we're going to kind of build on that a little bit. And I'm going to try to continue to build on different things. I'm going to switch it up a lot too, so things aren't so heavy all the time. But at the same time, man, I'm going to try to do what I can to make you guys have a better life for yourselves. See you, Jose. See you, Black Bonnie, and things like that. So, before we even get to that, man, for everybody who doesn't know, this is I call this Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday and Sunday, and we do this every Wednesday and Sunday evening, United States time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Standard U.S. time. So, U.S. time, Eastern Standard, 9 o'clock p.m., right? This is not the morning. This is not a.m. This is p.m. But that's when we do this. We call this Diversity Outspoken. We speak about a different range of topics, and we are outspoken about those things. So diversity is diverse, right? And so we speak about everything. Nothing is off limits, so to speak. And we're outspoken about every topic. Meaning that we just touch on every topic. We don't back down from anything. But at the same time, things that we either agree or disagree with, or things like that in our life, we're still respectful about those things, right? We always try to remain respectful, no matter what. So that's what this is about. All right, people. At the end, I'm going to do a little housekeeping, just to kind of let you guys know what's going on. All right, I see you. Who's that? Babucha 64. I see you, and. Who's that? Egypt Tilly gonna join. And who else is there? Perron. I see you guys, man. What's going on? Little housekeeping. We'll do that at the beginning and the end. Everybody who's and I'll say this at the end also, but everybody who subscribed to my YouTube, and my YouTube is Margot. And my YouTube is Anti-Imperial, just with a space in between. It's just anti-space Imperial, just Anti-Imperial with a space in between. You guys who are subscribed, you guys know that my newest song, which is debuting, which is what's going on, my brother? It's all good, man. We'll chop it up. DM me. We'll chop it up on check out some music stuff. But you guys know who are subscribed that on Thursday evening, as I told you guys when I spoke to you guys last on Wednesday, that my newest song, What We're Here For, I was going to be putting out on Thursday. You guys got that, because if you guys are subscribed, you got that notification, and you saw the lyric video came out on Thursday. For you guys who are on Instagram but are not subscribed to my YouTube, you guys might not have seen that yet. I sent it to a couple of people, but you guys might not have seen that yet, because I usually drop stuff first on YouTube when it comes to the music and things like that, and then later on I'll start to put it on Instagram and promote it and stuff like that. So for all of you guys who saw it, who are subscribed to the YouTube, you guys saw it already. The What We're Here For lyric video. And for you guys who are not subscribed to the YouTube, if you subscribe to it, you get everything earlier than everybody else, right? But otherwise, you'll start to hear that tonight. So that's kind of how that goes. Okay? That's kind of how that goes. Cody Leaf Quavo, I see you. What's up, Glow? So let's get into this, man. So we're talking about relationships and when they come to an end, how to deal with them in a positive way. Because as we all know, there are many different negative ways to deal with relationships when they come to an end. Many different ways to try to deal with them, but not really do it in a rightful manner. And of course, the first being when relationships come to an end. The first is that you guys, a lot of people usually do things like drugs, alcohol. Those two things are very big coping mechanisms when you deal with relationships coming to an end, unfortunately. But we want to try to find other ways that you can, start to get over relationships and things like that without turning to those coping mechanisms that might be negative for you, right? Those that might hurt you more in the long run, those that might actually be worse for you in the long run. So you want to try to do that. And that's what we're here to do, So the first thing we're going to talk about, you guys, is also might be kind of obvious. And the first thing that we're going to do is that we want to have you guys talk it out, right? We want to have you guys talk about it. And you guys have heard this before, and it's very important because a lot of times, you do have different personalities out there. For example, believe it or not, I'm more of an introvert, so I kind of keep a lot of things inside, and I think maybe it's through my music that I express myself, because otherwise I just keep all my feelings inside. I'm not a huge talker like that when it comes to talking about just things in my life I might be going through that are sad. I'm much better at that, and I think through my music I'm much better at that. I see you, Help Feed Homeless. I'm much better than that. I see you, Castillo, Joey, Maui. I see all of you guys. What's going on? But at the same time, I think my music helps me get through a lot of things, But a lot of us don't have that. A lot of us don't have music or art. A lot of us, when we're stressed or when we're sad, we can draw and things like that. A lot of us don't have that, So there's other ways that more of us can deal with bad breakups. And that first way is to talk to someone, right? To talk to a friend, to talk to a family member, to talk about exactly what you feel inside. But the thing about it is that you have to talk to somebody who really understands you, right? You have to talk to somebody that you can be open and honest about exactly how you feel, and they're not going to judge you, right? And I guess just growing up, everybody came to talk to me. I was the one that everybody would come talk to, so I'm used to having everybody come and talk to me, and I've never judged anybody. I usually tell people, I won't sit there and agree with everything you say, but at the same time, I won't judge you. I see you, Ashley Elizabeth, and so I think that's very important, you guys. You guys have to have somebody who loves you, who cares for you, who wants the best for you. But at the same time, you have to have somebody, and you have to be the same to this other person. You have to have somebody that is going to be truthful with you. I mean, they're going to be sympathetic though, right? So let's say if if I went through a bad breakup, which if some of you guys have followed me or know me already, you guys know I did have a very, very bad breakup, right? With my ex-wife, and she hurt me very, very bad. And so, dealing with things, you have to have somebody who not only is going to listen to you and listen to everything you're going through, but they're going to let you get your side out first. So let's say if I'm going through things, or if you're going through things and I disagree with you, you come talk to me. I'm not going to, even if I start to disagree with you from the very beginning, from when you very, very first start talking to me, I disagree with you. I'm not going to start to go ahead and say, well, you know what? I disagree with you, so I'm not going to let you finish talking, right? Like you start talking, I'm like, oh, but wait a minute there. let me stop you right there. I am in disagreement. That's not going to happen, and that shouldn't happen. Somebody shouldn't do that to you. You know what I mean? They should let you get your side out. They should let you go through your range of emotions. They should let you bring clarity to yourself. But then from that point on, you guys, they should slide in. If they do disagree with you, they should slide into their disagreement rather smoothly to still respect your feelings and still respect your emotions, right? So if you're saying something that I disagree with, let's say if you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend or something like that, and you start to tell me what happened, and I think you were in the wrong, I'm going to first let you get your entire story out. I'm not going to cut you off about it. I'm not going to, stop you and try to prove that I'm right or try to prove my point. When you listen, it's to listen. You don't listen to try to out-talk or out-think or outsmart the person that you're listening to. You listen to listen. Don't try to, don't try to, to say you're going to listen to the person, but only to be, only to give yourself pride to say, I know I'm right. You should listen to me. I'm not listening to you because I'm smarter than you and I know the answer. That's not why you should be listening. You should listen to the person first. And then, when the person gets through their range of emotions and gets through everything they have to say, then you can say, I understand what you're saying, but have you ever thought about it like this, though? Or I understand completely what you're talking about, but have you ever considered that your boyfriend or girlfriend might be viewing it a different way, right? Like, do you remember when you cheated on them first, right? Do you remember when they caught you with that phone number in their phone, in your phone, right, that you weren't supposed to have? Do you remember when you were telling me about that guy at the gym you were flirting with? Do you remember? And so you have to kind of bring it in like that. You have to kind of like, slowly bring it in to let them kind of understand sometimes that sometimes it's karma, right? Sometimes what comes around goes around. And other times, they just might not understand that that things happen in life, right? But definitely when you go through anything tough as far as a breakup, what's up, MJ? Especially when you go through anything tough as far as a breakup. And look, Ashley said she had a friend like that. And I see you, Beautiful Jewel. Beautiful Jewel is like true. And I see you, who's that? Stephen? Who's that? Steven? Dink? And definitely talk it out, right? So definitely talk it out, man. Make sure you talk about it. Make sure you don't hold it inside. And that is definitely the first step to getting over a bad relationship. That's definitely the first step, is to talk it out. The second one would be, man, and we spoke on this some last time, and that is to take a walk. We spoke on last time how physical health affects your mental and your emotional health, and how if you exercise, you feel better after you exercise, and how if you exercise, your endorphins, are on a positive side, and everything just starts to more come together. I see you, John David. I'm sorry to see you guys don't talk anymore. Ashley, I'm sorry to see that your friendship like that ended up going in that direction. But you really want to exercise, you guys. You want to walk, right? You don't have to do hard exercise. Don't worry about going and trying to go to the gym and lift everything in sight. Don't try to do that. We don't want you emotionally hurt and physically hurt. We don't need that, people, right? We don't want you to get we don't want you to be emotionally and also pull a back muscle or have back spasms or something like that. So when you exercise, man, make sure you just do it. Get some fresh air. Go outside. It's always good to get fresh air, you guys. Even if you do start to kind of cope with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as going to the gym and working out and things like that. Make sure that you definitely get exercise outside also, man. Because just being outside and getting fresh air and things like that is a good situation, But make sure you guys exercise, man. That's definitely another way to cope with things. Make sure you walk, get some exercise, right? That'll make you feel better when you cope with a breakup. The next thing you guys want to do to cope with a breakup, you guys might want to shut out your ex. You guys, I know when you have that breakup, you guys want to get on social media and see what your ex is up to. Right? You hope your ex is doing worse than you, right? But man, try not to. Try to stay off, their pages. Try to stay off, seeing what they're doing. You know what I mean? If anything, man, definitely, right? Definitely a 2-mile walk. I see you, Stephen. 2-mile walk is definitely good, man. Fresh air is definitely good. But try to stay off their social media, you guys. Try to stay away from that social media. Try to, worry about your own social media and just go out, man. Go and see some friends. You know what I mean? Go out and see some friends, man. Go out and go to like a party, go out or something like that, man. Have, brunch with your friends. Have lunch, have dinner with your friends. One thing I would say, and this is something that, is kind of controversial, I guess, because some people use it and it works for them. And that's right, Ashley, block them. All right. Hey, I see you. Who's that? Bidiaya? I see you. But one thing that I think is kind of controversial, and I don't know, for some people it works, for some people it doesn't, is try not to, this is my opinion, of course, this is all my opinion, but try not to have, trying to go out and have sex with somebody else brand new right away. I know that when you break up with somebody, especially if you guys were together a lot at nighttime, if you guys live together, if you guys, spent nights together and things like that a lot, it might be difficult to be alone at first, right? So at first when you're alone, that might be kind of difficult. So you might try to or want to, and we all go through it, you want to feel that warm body next to you. The thing about it is that when you have sex with other people, with somebody newer or other people, or even like an ex, because a lot of times when you break up with somebody, you'll go back, and it's easy to go back to an ex and have sex with an ex because you're used to an ex, right? So, and I'm not saying like your direct ex that you just broke up with. I'm saying like an ex from your past. You guys know what I mean, right? So, that's usually easy because you're used to that person. And I see you, Destiny. What's going on, sister? But you're used to that person, so it's easy to, when you break up with somebody, go back to your ex-ex, your ex-ex-ex, right? And have sex with that person. But that might be something that might cause you more pain in the long run, you guys. So I think that, in my opinion, that's something that you should probably stay away from. It might bring you, immediate satisfaction. But I think from almost probably the moment after it's over, you guys, that I think you might regret it. And I think, the next morning you'll look up and you'll be like, you'll look to the side, you'll look in your bed to the side or in their bed to the side, and you'll see them like laying there asleep, and you'll be like, oh, what did I do? Right? What did I do? But I think that can confuse you, and I think that you're masking your pain if you do that. So when you do break up with somebody, man, if it's a bad breakup, try to avoid having actual sex with one of your exes. Now, I know that we get lonely, as I said before, so I would say a good compromise is I wouldn't tell you to go kind of like cold turkey, I guess, quote unquote, as they would say, cold turkey, and just be all by yourself, because that might be very, very difficult. But if you do have an ex, or if you do have a friend of the opposite sex, so let's say you have like a good friend who's a male if you're a female, or a good friend who's a female if you're a male, or if you're, you know, if you're gay, if you're a male and you have good male friends, or if you're a female you have good female friends, or transsexual friends or whatever, call one of them over and, you know, come over, watch a movie, or go over their house, watch a movie, watch some Netflix or something like that, and sleep in the same bed so you feel like you have a warm body next to you, but just don't have sex. Right? That's what I would say do, if you can. Just, you know, sleep in the same bed, but just don't have sex. Okay? And that way you'll get the satisfaction of feeling like you're not alone, feeling like you don't have, like your bed's not so cold and distant, but also you won't have that hard situation that might end up toxic as far as actually having actual sex with that person. So I understand, you know, with the sexual urge when you break up with somebody, but try to avoid that until you are sound, body and mind, and definitely, Stephen, it could cause problems. Until you are sound, body of mind, and you know that you're doing the right thing. Try not to have sex, right? Try to avoid that. Okay, so shut them out is where we left off, right? You want to shut them out. You want to get away from their social media and things like that. The next thing, you guys, is you may have to seek out counsel. You know, the best thing is to talk to your friends, talk to your family members who you trust, as we first stated. When I first started this, I stated that. But if it goes on for a long time, you fall into a depression, and it just seems like you can't get out of that rut, you can't get out of that depression, one thing that's good may be to go talk to a professional, right? You might have to go talk to a professional, you know? So that's an option you always have, to go talk to a counselor, to seek professional help, because sometimes friends and family members may not have the answers for you if you really fall into a depression, a real depression. Because as we all know about depressions, they are linked to, you know, chemical imbalances sometimes that happen in the brain. And if you go through that, sometimes you just can't get around it, and you can't get through it. And I see you. That's very true, Stephen. He says the worst thing to do, family and friends may not like the ex. That's very true. They may not like the ex. I see you, Jacqueline. And so that's how it works out. But definitely, man, you might have to seek out professional help, you know. And that's they're actually very good. Ashley Elizabeth says she had to get help in this. And there's never anything to be ashamed of if you have to get help. There's never anything to be worried about, anything like that, man. That's what they exist for, you know. That's what they exist for, man. And your mental health is just as important, equally or even more important than your physical health in life. So make sure you guys get that taken care of and get that done. You definitely want that mental health, you know. Be careful with if somebody's going through a bad breakup and they come talk to you, or if you're going through a bad breakup and you're really, really, really feeling down. Be careful with feelings of suicide. That's very true, you guys. When you feel like, especially if you're going through like marriage breakup and things like that, you know, you'll get to a point to where you kind of feel like, man, things are getting so bad. I've lost everything. Because a lot of times when you go through divorces or when you go through breakups, especially like when there's children involved and things like that, at first, you know, through the courts and things like that, man, the courts are weird sometimes. You know, you might be the one that was in the right, and the court at first may side with your ex who was in the wrong. And you're like, hold up, like you're the one that was cheating and things like that. How is it going that how is it happening that the court siding with you? But sometimes things start off like that, you guys, and you just have to kind of like stay, stay strong throughout. But man, sometimes when it seems like I've lost my family, I've lost everything. Sometimes you'll have it to where you'll lose your family, your job, everything at once. That old adage, when it rains, it pours. That's very true, right? Or what can go wrong will go wrong. That's very true, right? What's that? Murphy's Law? I forgot what that is. What can go wrong will go wrong. Somebody will correct me on that. But sometimes things go wrong, man. It takes a while for the court to kind of like straighten things out, and then they'll start to see things the right way, and you'll at first feel like you're losing everything. And in those cases, man, you can really, really feel suicidal, because a lot of times, man, like and I won't go on for too much longer on this. And I'm sorry to see that, beautiful Jewel. So you had somebody that just went through that. It happens more than we think. And every time that somebody is getting out of something, somebody else is going into it. And what I was going to say was, I'm not going to go on too much longer, only because I don't want to, I promised you guys when I first met you guys, I wasn't going to keep you guys on for too long. So we're going to cut this into 2 parts. Today will be part 1, and then Wednesday we'll finish part 2. But I'm not done yet. I have a few more minutes to go. And definitely, Stephen, God will see you through, for sure. If you're religious, God will see you through. If you're not religious, man, if you're an atheist, just stay strong, man. Get counseling, and your mental health and your positive energy will get you through, okay? But always remember, this is extremely important. Always, I see you, DJ AM9. Always remember that whatever you're going through, when you come out of a situation, somebody else that you may know or may not know, somebody else, your neighbor down the street, when you're coming out of a situation, when you're getting over a situation, when you're getting out of it, when you're getting over that hill, when things are getting better for you, there's somebody else that's just going into that situation. There's somebody else to where their world is just starting to fall apart, or they don't even know it, and tomorrow or the day after, their world is just about to start to fall apart. So just make sure, man, that, you guys really take care of yourselves, man. Take care of yourselves and watch that, definitely, man. If you're not religious, inner peace, Yeah, for sure. I see what you're saying, inner peace. You can find God in a lot of different places, man, inside of you, inside of your heart, inside of your brain, inside of your mind, and whatever you need to do, man, to find that inner peace. But, man, that's so very important, man. When you're coming out of something, somebody else is going into it. So be careful with that, Be very, 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 very careful with that. And if you're feeling hopeless, man, definitely go. And I see you, DJ Sunstone. Definitely go and get some help, man. If you're feeling hopeless, talk to people. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to tell people that you're really not, you're really not happy. Just, I'm really not happy. Like, I'm really, really not happy, Sometimes, man, there's a stigma with people, there's a stigma with people who want to commit suicide because, over time, there's that stigma with, there'll be people that try to use that as a cop-out type of thing. Like, they're really sad and try to use it as a cop-out. But, man, if somebody comes to you, at first, at least, you guys, take them seriously. Take them really seriously, because you never know what they may be going through, And if you're going through that, man, man, definitely, man, you can always, contact somebody professionally, man. There's all type of suicide prevention hotlines out there that you can call. You can talk to somebody. These things are very, very, very important, you guys. Very, very important, man. Make sure you don't, like Stephen said, make sure you don't close yourself in or anything like that, That being said, man, for this to get so deep, I wanted to bring this kind of to an end at this point. there will be a part two that we will go through. And as beautiful Jewel just said, man, I see you, Juliana. And it says they may be going through something worse than the next person, and that's definitely true, you know. But there definitely will be a part two, man. And part two we'll talk about, you know, writing and things like that. We'll talk about other stuff and, you know, more about taking care of your body and stuff like that, man, and being active but not over exercising. Over exercising is a big thing. We want to try not to do that, you know. And staying positive, reminding yourself of all the great things in life. We'll go over that, you know, because you can remind yourself of the great things in life that happen during that relationship, the great things in life that you achieved during that relationship. That's very important also. So we'll have a part two on this on Wednesday. We'll get deeper into more of the other side of things. And we'll kind of group that with stress as a whole, right? Dealing with stress. We'll do the part two of dealing with the breakup. And we'll kind of group that as a whole with dealing with stress, right? And so remember, you guys, you know, my Instagram, you guys are on it right now. And that is anti_imperial. At anti_imperial. On YouTube, because I will be putting this on YouTube. YouTube channel is Anti-Imperial, it's just a space in between. On Instagram, there's an underscore, anti_imperial. On YouTube, it's just Anti-Imperial with a space in between. That's it, Anti-Imperial. It's just no underscore on YouTube. And make sure you guys subscribe so that you guys can see, you guys get all my music first. I first put it on YouTube, so make sure you guys get that. That being said, man, I do daily historical posts for you guys that follow me. I do daily historical posts. Call them on this day in history. And every day I give on this day in history what happened on this day in history for different years, you know, just going back in the past. And the reason why I do that is, you know, I've said it before, my degrees are in history and politics and social issues. So, you know, my undergrad is a liberal arts undergrad, but my master's degrees, my first master's degree is a double master's, and it's in world history and geographical studies. My second master's degree is also a double master's, and it's in international political science and economic relations. And my PhD is in international relations, all right, international affairs. So that's why I do the daily historical posts. It's in my blood. I love history. That's just the way it is, right? So that's what I do. ODogg, Anti-Imperial, ThaChill, man. I have 3 names, you know. Those are like the 3 different parts that make me who I am. That's why you see it like that. ODogg, he's like more of a, you know, more of a like a gangster. He's sexually explicit. He has a lot of fun and things like that. So you'll see that music. Anti-Imperial, he's more. I have him in the center because he's more of who I really am as a whole. And Anti-Imperial is all about history, politics, social issues. You know, upliftment, you know, rising up, making people better, making things better in life, religion and things like that. And ThaChill is more about love, romance, you know, romantic walks on the beach, falling in love, raising a family and things like that. So the name is ODogg, Anti-Imperial, ThaChill. This is called Diversity Outspoken. That's what we're calling this Instagram Live series, Diversity Outspoken. And we do this every Wednesday night and every Friday night. Every Wednesday night and every Friday. Every Wednesday and every Sunday. Every Wednesday night and every Sunday night. Wednesdays and Sundays, 9 o'clock p.m. in United States Eastern Time Zone. So Wednesdays, 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time Zone. And Sundays, 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time Zones. Okay, Wednesdays and Sundays, 9 p.m. United States Eastern Time Zones. And it's called Diversity Outspoken, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate everything for you guys, man. You guys being here with me. We'll continue to do this. Hopefully, you know, this goes to help you guys out just a little bit, man. Just being here at nighttime. I know it gets late, you know, quick for some people, depending on where in the world you are. That's why I try not to keep you guys too long. You know, I try to get in and out. But you guys are all special to me. You guys can always DM me about anything. My new song, What We're Here For, I'm going to start putting it on Instagram tonight and tomorrow. and it's the first time you hear from ThaChill. It is my fourth U.S. release, and I really appreciate all the support, man, from you guys in the U.S. so much, you know, so far, man. I really do appreciate that. But thank you for everything, you guys, man. You guys take care. Have a great night or daytime, depending on where in the world you are. For some of you guys, it's daytime. For some of you guys, it's nighttime. For whatever else, man, have a great start of your week, man. And, you know, I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. If you feel like we said tonight, man, you're going through a bad breakup or anything, you can always DM me. If you feel like you're being suicidal or you're falling into a deep depression, you have to talk to somebody professionally. Make sure you seek professional help, and just find that that suicide hotline wherever you live. There's always a suicide hotline wherever you live. You can Google that and find that suicide hotline, and find the help that you need, man. Thank you very much, you guys. All you guys who participated. I see you, Jewel. Take care. Stephen, take care. All of you all take care, man. I appreciate everything. I'll miss you guys. See you guys Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, United States Eastern Standard Time. We'll have part 2 and get into some more stuff. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye. Peace. Bye.